Scott's Wild Camper, the wild camping channel for the great outdoors. Blackburn Reservoir. There's a home for tonight, up there. Here's a wee view. I don't know if you're picking this up in the GoPro. I'm getting a very nice view. Right folks, where my rucksack is, that's where I'm pitching my tent. There's the Blackburn Reservoir. And the view is totally changed without the trees. It's actually opened up. It's about the same, and then once you get to the Blackburn it's opened up. It's quite a panorama. Hope you're picking this up with the GoPro. I'll need to bring another camera up here. I was going to say I've made a schoolboy error, which I have done, but I just totally didn't think about a midgie net. I'm getting murdered with midges. Anyway, another reason I came up, or I wanted to get out tonight, apart from the fact I wanted to get out, was I've got a new tent. I've sold my Acto and I've bought a tent to replace it. So I might as well, without any further ado, show you what it is. And there it is, a red Soulo. It's my first time I've used it in anger. It's not very windy, that's why the midges are sort of giving me jip. Oh, I've got a wee audience here. Wait a minute. Can you see them? I've got an audience of sheep. They seem to be heading this way. And look who we have here.
This is where we pitched last time, Eddie. You know here?
No, it was up here, mate.
Did you clear a good bit for us, Eddie?
It was up here, Bally. I've camped here twice before.
Eh?
It was up here. There's Willie, and there's Billy, and here's the midges. And we've all forgot our nets. Not one of us has brought a net. He's all suffer together. First night in my new tent. So why did I get the Soulo when I had the Acto? Well, I think it is stronger, it's more stable. It's smaller, I would say the porch is smaller and the actual floor space of the nest I think is a bit smaller, but the big advantage is the height. I've got headroom, so I can sit up. That's a big, you know, it might not sound much if you don't go, you know, if you don't go camping, but that makes a big difference for me. Being able to sit up, and I was packing away a wee bit earlier on, and I could not only could I sit up, I could kneel up, so that's a big advantage. And I just wanted the strongest. I wanted the strongest tent I could get for my future trips, mainly summit camps. Sun's getting out, wind's getting up. The wind's getting up, boy. It's good to get back out. 6 weeks since I've been out. said, I'm sure I said yesterday, we originally, if you can hear me with the wind, we originally going to the Cobbler. It was supposed to be a summit camp in the Cobbler, but plans had to get changed. We're going to do that, me and Billy, and I think Willie's coming along to get the, do the Cobbler summit camp. A few other sort of Monroes and summit camps to do. There you go, that's nearly boiling already. If you want to boil water, you can't beat the reactor. One boiler and jet boil, but you're only talking about a few seconds difference, but the colder it gets, then the better this one will be. But it's not really much good for cooking. It's for boiling water or, using the boil in the bag stuff. Cup of tea in the morning. I like a nice cup of tea with my... Right. I think I'll go down and wake up Billy and Willie. Mars bar. Book myself a Mars bar. Right. I'm back out with Willie and the blue and Billy and the green. That's me finished that zigzag path that I hate. Billy and Willie got up it. They scooted up it, no probs, but I just hate it. I just hate that zigzag path. And there's the view looking up. My first good view of the Cobbler. We're at the call. It's going to be windy up here. That's for sure. I think the rain's coming in as well. I think. So we want to be pitching soon. I think it's about 7:30 in the. A sweep up at the summit. I was getting battered with the wind, so this should be a bit smoother. There's somebody up there. 11:30. Absolutely chucking it down. Well, his tent couldn't handle the wind. It folded in half, Billy says, so we had to, I just literally just got 2 pegs into me to pitch the tent, so it wasn't too much hassle. So I shoved my tent in my rucksack. So okay, we headed down, further down, had a look at another bit, no, further down, but this time it's beginning to get dark and the wind's still blowing a hoolie. So we find a bit, so just as we're beginning to pitch, the rain starts and we all get soaked. 5:15 AM. A really strong gust of wind came there. I think it bent Willie and Billy's tent in half. I heard them. This was okay. I certainly heard it and felt the force of that gust. It's almost like a freak gust because it was calm after that. But the wind's coming and going. I think we'll be leaving shortly. Maybe about 6 o'clock or something, I don't know. What he's right today? He's going to stay here another hour or what? It's 5:15. How would you like a house with a backdrop like that? Eh? Pretty good.
Ready?
Yeah, you stop for any time. They're on you. We're getting there, folks. That's about an hour and 15 I think we've been walking. So you can see we have gained some height. We've got a wee bit to go, maybe another 300 or 400 feet. Then we'll camp at about, I think Mick said about 2,600 feet the camp will be, so that's not too bad. I don't know what you're seeing in this footage. It's been, as I say, it's been basically it's been raining since we got out the car. Just very light rain. It's a wee bit, as I said before, it's getting a wee bit heavier now. So I don't know what the footage is going to be like, but doesn't matter, it's just a diary. It's a quick view looking down. Yeah, you can't see much, but we found someone. No, not Mick, but Pete with a red waterproof coat. Found him. No, we just hope he's camped. I think I can make out a tent up there. It might be a rock.
You Darren?
Alright. Yeah.
It's a killer. I can't remember it being like that.
There's my Solo. I'll just settle for Solo. And there's a Mick's Marmot Grid Plus. So we've got 4 good tents, really, basically 4 pretty bomber tents. So if the weather comes in tonight, we should be okay.
4 glamorous tents.
4 glamorous tents.
4 unglamorous campers.
That's right. 4 beekeepers. 4 beekeepers, aye. It's 8:30. We're all in our tents, having some scran. I'm having beans and sausage and a cup of tea. I'll probably have a packet of crisps or 2 and a packet of hula hoops and some minstrels, and that'll do me to tomorrow. There's my wee setup. That's okay for cooking in here. Having the wee table, having the wee Alp kit table helps a lot. it just gets everything up off the grun, and you can sort of level, you know, you can, I mean that's no level ground, but you can sort of position the table that you get it sort of slightly more level than the ground is. Right folks, it's 9:15. We sat out for a bit. I just passed around my flask once, but just the weather and the midgie. In fact, it's probably more like the midges is, you know, spoiling it again. So we just retired. We're going to batten down the hatches. I'll need to spend about 15-20 minutes tidying up my tent. I'll show you in a minute. A bit messy. There's that bit. A bit messy. And basically the rest of the tent is even messier. Certainly the number one, or could be the number one messy wild camper. I haven't seen that for 4 years, 5 years.
I'll never get organised. I give up.
I find with a smaller tent, you know, I lost things. I put I couldn't find my socks this morning.
I couldn't find my shirt. Where's my shirt? It must be in here.
Get organised one of these days. There'll be anything soon. There's the sun coming, man.
Yeah, it's blowing off, man. Look, it's starting to blow that stuff up now.
There's the midges in there, the bastard.
Yeah.
That says reach the top, and this bit, another zigzag sort of path actually. What a view, fantastic. I don't know what you're seeing with the sun. I'll need to get a filter for this GoPro. This is us walking along the edge of the bowl, on the top of the bowl. Up that way to the summit. There's one final look down the way. I can see peaks away, I can see the red tent away. If you look at, well, you know, probably almost certainly no spot it, but I can see my red tent. I can see Mick's green tent, but I can't see Mark's sand colour tent. It totally disappears. There's Mark up there, so that must be the summit right enough. Here's a wee sweep just before the summit. Sometimes when you get to the summit, you know, you don't get the same, well obviously you don't get the same view if you're just below. You know, maybe 50 feet, even below. Just things are hidden, things come into view, etc. So, here's a wee sweep, in case this view disappears when I reach the top.
Oh, yeah, oh, you're going to put music over that breaking emotion. That'll be gone, you know.
That'll be going in. I'll need to add up them in rows, but certainly not very many. I've done the cobbler. Oh, that's as good as Monroe. Sullivan, really. Done cobbler twice, and
Sullivan's not a Monroe, is it? It's only
no, it's not a high. I don't even know if it's a Corbett.
I think it's only with 2,300.
I think it's a Corbett.
No, it's a Graham, is it no?
Graham, is it?
Might be aye. There's all sorts in there. There's Grahams, there's Donnells, there's Marylands, Corbett's, Munros, Wainwrights.
Is that Hewitts?
Hewitts, aye. Hewitts.
What's a Hewitt? What height is that?
20 foot, I think.
20 foot. A Hewitt. I was going to say,
There's quite a few of them, man.
is there no a fat bastard? I know, 20 feet, that's 20
There's a
feet
few
fat
fat
bastard.
bastards trying to get up them.
Well, we
Not
couldn't
a breath of wind, man, is it?
have a better day.
No,
This is
exactly.
rare, days like this. Very rare.
Blessed.
Yeah. Cheers, folks.
No, I couldn't face that this time with you.
A wee bit of Singleton.
I'll let you drink on your own. Cheers.
That's Billy's flask.
Oh, oh, oh!
Another sweep. Just because it's fantastic. You could easily imagine you're the only person in the world. Well, me and Mick. We're the only two people up here. Can you see a living soul? Right folks, we've settled for here tonight. It's a wee bit midgy central, but that'll need to do. Now the breeze is getting up a wee bit, but we've got our midgy nets on. I think we'll head to the coast tomorrow. I've seen 3 people since we've been up here. It's 7:30. Just made a cup of tea. It's a nice breeze, nice wee breeze this morning. Because it was, I've said it, I know I've said it a few times, but the midges were pretty bad last night. $7:30. This is our 3rd night. We finally found somewhere. Don't know how long Mick drove for. How long? 4 hours?
Oh, I was looking for something.
Went along to the coast. Ended up in Wickerman Island. And then
We're nearly on the fire.
aye.
Wicker man.
Then we drove another bit, and that was like millionaires sort of coast.
Paradise Brew.
Aye, all the big houses. Only took a wee tiny bit of footage, but aye, some houses up there, along there, the view of the mill. So we've settled for here, and if you can see my arms, actually they're not too bad. They were a lot worse a couple of minutes ago. The midges are back. As I said, the midges are back. Not that they've ever been away. Right, we'll get, that's us obviously pitched, so we'll get our sleeping gear ready. And we'll hope the breeze gets up again. That it never did the last 2 nights. You're not a big puff. You're not a big puff.
I'm just a little puff. Oh, my thing's jammed now.
Yeah. Aye.
It does sound mad, like, doesn't
it? Yeah.
If you're somebody like walking by, what's he doing?
Yeah.
We're going to get a little bit of wreck, that'll do.
Aye.
It's a good job she's not 20 stone.
Yeah. Is that eating my hula hoops? Aye.
Aye, I mean,
I can hear you. I can hear you munching. I can hear you munching. Oh.
Aye, got the munchies. Anti-clockwise or clockwise, I can't remember.
Okay. I know you twist it myself, can't it?
Yeah.
That's it. There
There
you
he
go.
is.
There he is.
Little.
That's it. Take off.
Yeah, look.
That's us at Slacks. Between the cairn and Billy, that's the target. We're not going straight though, we're going, as I said, we're going sort of that way, looping round. I'll show you a view behind me. Seem to be heading away. We're heading away for our target, but we'll sweep round. We're making more of a walk it by going the complete opposite way. We'll swing round in 10 minutes and get there. We're finally heading towards the target, which is Duncum Hill. 3 Duncum Hills. Looking at it from this end, or walking towards them from this end, it's Little Duncum first, and then middle, and then just Duncum, large Duncum, but I think you just call it Duncum Hill. It's the same water there, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same water, isn't it?
There's a bit there, kind of algae looking there.
Yeah. I thought that was supposed to be a good thing.
See, when you look at that.
He's not happy with that one.
Nah, it's alright, it's alright. I'll just need to boil it.
And some deep stuff. It's not that deep, but we're falling in. Fell in a few times, a few holes. The sun's getting pretty low. I'm not really bothered about, you know, hiking in the dark or finding a pitch. As long as we get the tap, I know there's a pitch. Obviously, in the dark, you can't see much. But I've got a rough idea where there's one of the few pitches that's oh yeah, bamster. Shh, right, that was a good one. Right folk, I better turn this off and concentrate on what I'm doing.
It's just a nice little way to walk round. What do you think?
Yeah. Right, let's get it, cause right, there's the target. I can see the target, so we're getting there. It won't be that long. Oh, this one. Must be the middle. I'm not 100%, but I'm 99% certain it's the middle. We might camp up here because the big Duncum, I've camped with Matt a few times. It's not really, it's far from ideal, you know.
Cut the grass.
So we'll see. We might camp up here. I mean, the light is, it's 6:15, so 15-20 minutes. And it looks a lot lighter on the camera, but it is getting a wee bit dark. That's us just heading down the middle, and that's Duncum, or large Duncum. Right folks, you can see the sun just going below the hills. We've just had a wee change of heart. We're going to head up, we're heading back up the middle one, and that wee bit, seen a good bit for a tent, which is much better than anything up the large Duncum. And we're thinking about going a wee night hike. Hike up there, up to Duncum Hill. So that's where I'm pitching my tent, where Billy is. Right, aye, that's the bit for my tent, right in the top bit. Top of the class, eh? Right, let's get busy before it's pitch black in about 20 minutes. Right, that's me back. Me back at the tent, my tent, and Billy's tartan bivvy. And the rain's getting heavier, so I'm just going to go in the tent. Nearly 9:30. So I've stripped down to my t-shirt, my base layer. After that night hike, I'm sweating. That's a good idea about a night hike. You know, I quite like don't always go, in fact, probably most times I don't, but you know, I think it's a good idea. If it's long as it's no pouring the rain, to go a wee night hike, a wee, even half an hour, 45-minute hike. And that heats you up, you know, it really gets you heated up before you go in before you hit the sack. As you can see, it's a bit misty. This is actually pretty typical of the Kilpatrick Hills. I think, as I said last night, this is my 22nd, 23rd camp up here. Well, not in this actual spot, but in fact this is the first time I've been in this one. It's usually across there, over that way to the slightly bigger hill. Coleman gas. It's alright for the summer. You're better with that MSR gas. If you can get the MSR gas, I think it's worth. I don't know if it's any dearer really, but I think it's worth trying to get the MSR fuel, 4 season fuel, or 4 mix, whatever it's called. tea this morning. I still have a roll. Hot. Got my tea.
This is a bit of fenced off. They're trying to create this.
Oh, they back the way it was.
Heading up into the snow. It's looking nice weather up there. Unfortunately, you can see the weather that's heading towards us. Rain. So as I'm walking through the bog, oh, it's not really bog, mud. There's a nice shot. Just as the rain is hitting us. The forecast is for rain and sunny intervals. So we'll see what happens. And there's the hut. I'm at the Devil's. There am I. Here I am on the hunt for Sinclair. He disappeared.
The devil's bathtub.
He disappeared at the Devil's bathtub. Yes.
All that was left was bleached bones with no marks.
Bleached bones.
Look at that over there. What's that in the sky? That's been hanging up there for ages. It's carrying up the beef tub. Carrying up the beef tub, man.
Right folks, we've been heading down the last minute or two. I think we're heading into the Devil's belly tub, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Can't never remember.
It's a very stream. I would have thought it'd been there, but it doesn't look like there's anything.
Right.
So there's no water. There's nothing that I can see.
There's a bit of a,
If we go down to that point down there,
yeah,
there might be something there.
right.
Yeah, for water.
Looking for water, yes. It's on and running.
Anyway, this is the. Thank you, Julie. Tomatin.
Yeah.
Tomatin or tomatin?
Tomatin. I need to.
There's a cream after
Yeah.
it. A kind of cream aftertaste on it.
There is. I can. Oh, it tickles.
It tickles.
It tickles. Tickles your throat.
It's tickly. Oh, I stop your tickling throat. Oh, I stop your tickling throat.
Nice.
Oh, I stop your tickling. Your tickling.
Aye.
I stop your tickling throat.
It's pretty misty. No condensation in the tents today. You know, ask Sinclair, he's not getting any condensation either. Must have been the wind that picked up slightly. A wee bit of moisture in there, just a wee bit. Forecast is for heavy rain later on and for tomorrow. So we're heading up. You know, behind me, I don't think you'll be seeing much with the mist. Anyway, that's us. We're up, alive and well, alive anyway. Right, I'll get back to you later on. Hello again. 10 to 10. We've had a change of plan. As you can see, I don't think we're going to see anything up there, and the forecast is, as I said already, for heavy rain. So we've had a change of plan. Plus, the other thing, we've actually, well, I've got about a litre of water. Sinclair's got half a litre left. And we had a night hike last night. As you'll probably have seen the footage, and we were looking for water. We couldn't find any. Found some mud, but that was it. And I'm not sure where the next water source is. We were going to use the snow. There's a wee bit of snow up there, but nah, it's just going to be miserable, and if it stays like this, I think it'll lift, but we're not going to take the risk. So we're heading to Moffat. We'll take it from there. Aye. Right, are we going? Let's go. There's a car park straight ahead. We've been hiking for, I don't know, 7 minutes. Just getting warmed up. Here's the famous goats over there. With this camera, I don't know, I don't think you'll see them. You might see white dots straight across. That's the goats. You can see we're heading into the mist. That's where we're heading up into the mist, never to be seen again. There's the top, I'm sure, if you can see it.
Julie's getting all excited. Big horn in your arms.
I was just about to say it was brightening up, it was there, but here comes another wee wave of mist. Never mind, never mind. Oh, look at that, folks. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Very nice. Right folks, it's 4:05. Found a pitch. I'm in a wee bit of a mud bath, but that's it. That's the situation I'm in. At least it's flat. I've pitched in worse and I'll be okay. The wind's got up a bit. Yeah, it's a bit windy. I'll be okay in that tent. It's 6:10. Julie's going to cook tonight. So we're in the hubba. We're going to get spaghetti bolognese. That'll be our dinner for the night. There's Julie and Sinclair doing the cooking for me. They're awful good. They're awful kind to me. Again, aye. I'm a tea maker. I'm good at making tea.
Tea, yes, you're making the tea in the morning.
I'm good at making the tea.
Jenny. ADT Jenny.
What tea bags you got?
Tetley tea.
Oh, now then. We need to get Eddie on the Yorkshire, don't we?
Yeah. 8:45. Just put my boots on. And this is my first view of Loch Skeen. Very nice. Not a lot of places to pitch on it, to be honest. And this was a bit muddy, but well, it's doable. And as I keep saying, you've got to. I think wild camping's about. I said putting up with discomfort. You know, I think if you think you're going to be really comfortable and everything's going to be great, I think you're not going to take to wild camping. And obviously that's the idea of the gear. You buy all the gear to make yourself comfortable and safe, but you're still in the elements, you know. I mean, that's why we do it. You're out in the elements, battling against the elements. There's Sinclair shouting about tea, so I better get a kettle on. I'm the tea man. Ten to 10. We'll try and leave at 11 o'clock. It was a windy night last night. It was maybe 30-40 miles an hour winds, and then it would die down and then get windy again. But the tents, you know, held up. So we'll have something to eat when we get to the car park. A couple of bacon rolls. We've already had our morning tea. That keeps us going. Right, I'll get back to you later on. I hope this one is recording